She thought she could do better than you. She thought walking away was the right choice. But what if the biggest mistake she ever makes is losing the man she underestimated? Today, you'll learn exactly what makes a woman look back and realize she lost someone truly valuable. Number 1. Stop chasing her. She thought she could do better than you, and the biggest mistake you make right now is trying to prove her wrong. Think about that for a second. She walks away. She decides she no longer wants to be part of your life, and your response is to give her even more attention, even more energy, even more focus than you gave her when she was actually with you. Most men never stop and ask themselves why they are doing this. Why are you rewarding someone for leaving? Why are you giving your time, your emotions, your thoughts, and your peace of mind to someone who has already shown you that she is willing to walk away from them? The answer is simple. You are operating from fear. Fear of losing her. Fear of being alone. Fear that she was the best you could ever get. Fear that if you let go, you might never experience that connection again. But what if that fear is the very thing destroying you? What if the thing that keeps you attached is the thing keeping you weak? Imagine two men. One spends every day checking her profile, wondering who she is talking to, replaying old conversations, hoping she sends a message. The other wakes up, exercises, works on his goals, learns new skills, builds his future, and accepts reality exactly as it is. Which man becomes stronger 6 months from now? Which man commands more respect? Which man is more attractive to everyone around him? The answer is obvious, yet most men continue choosing the first path because it feels easier in the short term. The truth is that chasing is not love. Chasing is panic. Chasing is attachment without self-respect. Chasing is refusing to accept reality because reality hurts. Life rewards those who can face reality directly. If she leaves, she leaves. If she stays, she stays. Your job is not to control her decisions. Your job is to control your own actions. That is where your power begins. Think about how many hours you spend thinking about someone who is not helping you build your future. Imagine redirecting those hours into your health, your finances, your knowledge, your purpose. Imagine where you would be in 1 year if every thought about her became one action toward your own growth. Most men never make this shift because they are waiting for closure. They are waiting for one final conversation, one final explanation, one final message that will somehow make everything make sense. But life does not always give closure. Sometimes closure is simply deciding that your future matters more than your past. The strongest thing you can do is stop making her the main character in your story. The moment you stop chasing is the moment you begin rebuilding yourself. And there is something else most men never consider. If someone truly wants to be part of your life, why would you need to convince them? Why would you need to beg? Why would you need to perform? Real interest does not require persuasion. Real desire does not require negotiation. Think carefully about that. Every message you almost send, every call you almost make, every excuse you create to contact her. What are you really hoping for? Validation, reassurance, temporary relief. But temporary relief often creates long-term pain. Instead, sit with the discomfort. Learn from it. Grow through it. Use it as fuel. Because the man who learns to control himself becomes dangerous in the best possible way. He cannot be manipulated by loneliness. He cannot be controlled by attention. He cannot be broken by disappointment. He understands that his value does not rise or fall based on whether one person chooses him. That understanding changes everything. And before we move to the next point, ask yourself a difficult question. If she never comes back, are you still willing to become the best version of yourself? Because your answer to that question determines the direction of your entire life. Number 2, build a better life. The most powerful response to disappointment is not revenge, not anger, not proving people wrong, but building a life so meaningful that your attention naturally shifts towards something greater than the pain. Many men wake up after a breakup and immediately focus on what they lost. Very few focus on what they neglected. Think about your life before the relationship ended. How many goals did you put on hold? How many ambitions did you delay? How many opportunities did you ignore because all your energy was directed toward one person? Now ask yourself another question. What if this chapter of your life is not a punishment? What if it is an invitation? An invitation to become stronger, wiser, healthier, more disciplined, and more focused than you have ever been. Most men spend years talking about the life they want while taking very little action toward creating it. Then something painful happens and suddenly they have a choice. They can either collapse under the weight of disappointment or use it as a turning point. Think about the version of yourself you admire most. Is he sitting around waiting for someone to save him? Is he scrolling through old memories every night? Is he spending his days trapped in regret? Of course not. He is building, he is moving, he is improving. He understands that life belongs to those who take responsibility for it. Start with your body. Not because appearance is everything, but because discipline begins there. Wake up earlier, exercise consistently, eat better, sleep better, keep promises to yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen trust in your own character. Then focus on your mind, read more, learn new skills, study topics that improve your life. Most men consume endless entertainment while complaining about their circumstances. Few commit to daily learning, yet knowledge compounds just like money. 1 hour a day may not seem significant, but over years it transforms your opportunities, your confidence, and your perspective. Then focus on your environment. Look around your room, look around your house. Does it reflect the person you want to become or the person you are trying to leave behind? Organize your space. Remove distractions. Create an environment that encourages growth rather than stagnation. Think about a man who spends every evening drinking away his frustration. Compare him to a man who spends every evening learning, training, and building. Their lives may look similar today, but in 3 years they will be living in completely different worlds. Every action matters. Every decision matters. Every habit matters. Life is not transformed through one dramatic moment. Life changes through thousands of small decisions repeated consistently. And here is a truth many people avoid. Nobody is coming to rescue you. Not her, not your friends, not luck, not fate. Your future is your responsibility. That may sound harsh, but it is actually liberating because it means your progress is also under your control. You do not need perfect circumstances. You do not need motivation every day. You need commitment. You need standards. You need a vision worth pursuing. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. What would happen if you spent the next 12 months improving your fitness, your finances, your mindset, your confidence, and your skills? Would your life look the same? Not a chance. It would be unrecognizable. And that transformation begins the moment you stop asking why something happened and start asking what you are going to do about it. Because the greatest comeback is not making someone regret losing you. The greatest comeback is creating a life that makes you grateful you never gave up on yourself. Number 3, create new options. The reason so many men suffer for far longer than necessary is because they convince themselves that one person was their only chance at happiness. They place all their hopes, all their dreams, and all their emotional security into one relationship, and when it ends, it feels as though their entire future disappears with it. But think about how dangerous that mindset really is. If your happiness depends entirely on one person, then your peace is no longer yours. It belongs to whoever controls your emotions. This is why creating new options is not just about dating. It is about freedom. It is about rebuilding a life where your confidence comes from your abilities, your character, your purpose, and your choices rather than someone else's approval. Most men underestimate how much their world shrinks when they become emotionally dependent on one person. Their social circle gets smaller. Their interests become narrower. Their ambitions lose urgency. Their identity slowly becomes tied to the relationship. Then when it ends, they are left wondering who they are without it. The solution is expansion. Expand your world. Meet new people. Build stronger friendships. Join new communities. Learn new skills. Visit new places. Have new experiences. Every new experience reminds you that life is much bigger than the chapter you are currently struggling to leave behind. Think about a man who spends every weekend sitting alone replaying old memories. Compare him to a man who joins a fitness group, attends networking events, learns a new hobby, and builds meaningful friendships. Which one is creating opportunities? Which one is growing? Which one is preparing himself for a better future? The answer is obvious, and here is something that changes everything. Confidence is not built through positive thinking. Confidence is built through evidence. Every challenge you overcome becomes evidence. Every promise you keep becomes evidence. Every new skill you develop becomes evidence. Every uncomfortable situation you face becomes evidence. Eventually, you stop hoping you are capable because you have proven it to yourself repeatedly. This is why your focus should not be on finding another relationship immediately. Your focus should be on becoming the kind of man who has choices. There is a huge difference. One approach comes from desperation, the other comes from growth. Imagine walking into any situation knowing that your happiness does not depend on the outcome. Imagine speaking to people without needing their approval. Imagine pursuing opportunities without fearing failure. Imagine living with the certainty that no matter what happens, you will adapt and continue moving forward. That is real freedom. And freedom creates a different energy. People notice it. Opportunities appear. Relationships improve. Life expands. Most men spend years searching for confidence while avoiding the very actions that create it. They want certainty before they act. Life works the opposite way. You act first. Then certainty follows. You step into discomfort. Then growth follows. You take responsibility. Then confidence follows. The more options you create, the less power any single outcome has over you. That principle applies to relationships, finances, careers, and life itself. So stop asking whether one person will ever recognize your value. Start becoming so valuable that your entire life expands beyond what you once thought possible. Because when your world becomes larger, your purpose becomes clearer, your standards become stronger, and your future becomes brighter, something remarkable happens. The person you once thought you could not live without slowly becomes a small chapter in a much bigger story. And for the first time in a long time, you realize that your life was never meant to revolve around one person. It was meant to be built by you. And if you're serious about expanding your options, strengthening your mindset, and building the kind of life that no longer depends on anyone else's approval, the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men is linked in the comments, packed with timeless principles you can return to for years to come, and now available in audiobook format so you can absorb this life-changing knowledge while driving, training, working out, or taking a walk, because some lessons are too valuable to hear only once. And if you want to go even deeper, the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course for men is launching in July, designed to help you apply these principles step by step in your life and relationships. So comment Blueprint for early access, and start building the version of yourself your future depends on. Number 4. Become hard to replace. The moment you stop asking how to get her back and start asking how to become the best version of yourself, everything begins to change. Think about what happens after a breakup for a second. Many men spend months obsessing over what she is doing, who she is talking to, whether she misses them, whether she made the right choice. And while all of that is happening, the most important question remains unanswered. What are you becoming? That question changes lives because it shifts your attention away from things you cannot control and places it onto the one thing you can control completely, yourself. The hard truth is that many men spend years staying exactly the same. They talk about goals but never write them down. They talk about getting fit but never create a training plan. They talk about building wealth but never learn the skills required to earn more. Then one difficult event arrives and suddenly they are forced to look at themselves honestly. That honesty is uncomfortable, but it is also where transformation begins. Imagine two different paths. One man spends the next year consumed by resentment. He repeats the same habits. He avoids challenges. He stays exactly where he is. Another man decides that every disappointment becomes fuel. He wakes up earlier. He reads every day. He learns valuable skills. He improves his communication. He strengthens his body. He develops discipline. 1 year later, they look like completely different people. The difference was never talent. The difference was direction. Life rewards direction. Many men underestimate how powerful competence really is. The more capable you become, the more confident you become. Not because you tell yourself positive things, but because your actions create evidence. Every completed workout is evidence. Every goal achieved is evidence. Every challenge overcome is evidence. Slowly, you stop doubting yourself because your life starts proving what you are capable of. Think about a man who can handle pressure, manage his finances, communicate clearly, stay calm during setbacks, and continue moving forward when life becomes difficult. That man stands out because he is increasingly rare. Many people spend their lives reacting emotionally to every setback. They let circumstances control them. They let disappointment define them. But the strongest men learn a different lesson. They understand that circumstances reveal character. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They build themselves regardless of conditions. This is where personal standards become important. Write down exactly who you want to become. Be specific. What does your ideal life look like? What time does that version of you wake up? What habits does he practice daily? What skills does he possess? What does his physical health look like? What does his financial situation look like? Break those goals into small actions and execute them every single day. Most men fail because they focus on motivation. Successful men focus on systems. Motivation comes and goes. Systems remain. Create routines that move your life forward even when you do not feel inspired. The greatest advantage you can build is reliability with yourself. If you tell yourself you will do something, do it. If you say you will exercise, exercise. If you say you will study, study. If you say you will save money, save money. Every promise you keep strengthens your identity. Over time, that identity becomes unshakable. Now think about something many men never consider. What if losing this relationship is actually exposing areas of your life that needed attention for years? What if this chapter is forcing you to become someone stronger than you would have become otherwise? What if the pain is not there to destroy you, but to redirect you? These questions matter because they shift your perspective from victimhood to responsibility. Responsibility is powerful because it gives you options. The moment you take responsibility, you regain control. You stop waiting. You stop blaming. You stop hoping someone else changes your situation. You become the person who changes it, and as this transformation continues, something interesting happens. You stop measuring your worth through someone else's opinion. You stop needing constant validation. You stop wondering whether you are enough because your actions answer that question every day. You become difficult to replace not because you are trying to compete with anyone, but because you are becoming increasingly rare. The man who develops discipline, purpose, emotional control, competence and integrity becomes valuable everywhere he goes. Relationships improve, opportunities improve, confidence improves, life improves. And while others spend years looking outward for answers, you discover that the greatest advantage was always available to you. It was the decision to become someone better than yesterday. Number 5. Move on completely. The deepest form of strength appears when you stop carrying what no longer belongs in your future. Many men misunderstand what moving on actually means. They think it means pretending nothing happened. They think it means distracting themselves endlessly. They think it means finding someone new as quickly as possible. But real growth is different. Real growth happens when you fully accept reality and decide that your future deserves more attention than your past. This sounds simple, yet it is one of the hardest things a person can do because the mind constantly tries to revisit old memories, old conversations, old possibilities, and old questions that can never truly be answered. You replay scenarios. You wonder what you could have done differently. You imagine different outcomes. But every hour spent reliving yesterday is an hour stolen from tomorrow. Think about that carefully. Your future is being built right now. Not next month, not next year, right now. Every thought, every action, every habit is shaping the person you become. So ask yourself a difficult question. If you continue carrying this emotional weight for another year, where will it leave you? Will it make you stronger? Will it improve your life? Will it help you reach your goals? Or will it simply keep you trapped in a chapter that has already ended? Many men remain attached because they secretly believe that letting go means the relationship meant nothing. But that is not true. Something can matter deeply and still belong in the past. Something can teach you valuable lessons and still need to be released. This is where emotional maturity becomes important. Emotional maturity is not pretending you are unaffected. It is accepting reality without allowing it to control your future. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. At first, you barely notice the weight. Then months pass, years pass. Eventually you forget what life feels like without it. Then one day you finally put it down. Suddenly you realize how much energy was being wasted carrying something you no longer needed. Emotional baggage works the same way. It drains focus. It drains ambition. It drains opportunities. Many men do not realize how much progress becomes possible once they stop carrying unnecessary weight. This is why reflection matters. Take time to write down everything the experience taught you. What mistakes will you never repeat? What boundaries will you establish in future relationships? What standards will you refuse to compromise? What strengths did you discover about yourself? Lessons become valuable only when they are applied. Otherwise, pain becomes wasted. Another important step is learning how to become comfortable alone. This is where many people struggle. They constantly seek distraction because they are uncomfortable with their own thoughts. But growth often happens in solitude. Solitude allows clarity. Solitude allows reflection. Solitude allows self-discovery. Learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to build a life that excites you even when nobody else is around. Pursue goals. Travel. Learn. Create. Build. Develop interests that give your life meaning beyond relationships. The more complete your life becomes, the less dependent you become on any single person for happiness. And here is a powerful truth. When you genuinely move forward, you stop caring whether someone regrets losing you. That question loses its importance because your attention is focused elsewhere. You are too busy building, too busy growing, too busy creating a future that excites you. Ironically, this is the point many people never reach because they remain trapped in the need for external validation. They want proof, they want acknowledgement, they want recognition, but freedom begins when you no longer need any of those things. Freedom begins when your peace comes from within, rather than from someone else's decisions. Imagine waking up every morning excited about your goals, your progress, your opportunities, and your future. Imagine no longer measuring your worth through old memories. Imagine becoming so focused on creating a meaningful life that the past gradually loses its grip on you. That is not just recovery, that is transformation. And transformation is the real victory. Not proving anything to anyone, not getting the last word, not changing someone else's mind. The real victory is becoming the kind of person who can face disappointment, learn from it, grow through it, and continue moving forward with purpose. Because at the end of the day, life rewards those who keep building, life rewards those who keep growing, life rewards those who refuse to let a single chapter define the entire story. And when you fully understand that truth, you stop looking backward and start creating a future that is far greater than anything you left behind. If you're ready to stop chasing validation, reclaim your self-respect, and become the man life rewards, comment, "I choose discipline," like this video, and subscribe to help more men discover these truths before they lose years of their lives to confusion and regret. And if you're serious about transforming your relationships and your future, grab the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men, linked in the comments. Now available in audiobook format so you can listen while walking, training, driving or jogging. And stay tuned, because my complete course, built from more than 2,000 years of timeless Stoic wisdom that has stood the test of time, launches in July. Many people spend their entire lives being taught what to think instead of how to think, which is why this knowledge is rarely discussed. But once you apply these principles to your life and relationships, you will never look at yourself, women, success, or your future the same way again.